It's your boy Nizzy, and welcome back to another High School League recap for the eSport company. In Week 3 of Valorant, we had Windber going up against Garnet Valley, Penn Trafford taking on Forest Hills, and Bishop Carroll facing off against Greater Johnstown. Now, let's take a look at the top 5 plays of the week for Valorant. Starting off at number 5, it's going to be Skip. Getting this sneaky little play behind enemy lines. Boom, there's one. Boom, there's two. Didn't even see him coming. Love to see it Skip. Number 4, moving on, we're going to see Vaco of Forest Hills on round 17. Getting a pick there. Going around the corner, getting that initial shot and the defuse 1v2 clutch situation for Vaco. Moving on to 3, it's going to be Blaze of Greater Johnstown. Getting a 3-piece. And boom, there is one more for the 4-piece for Blaze. Second best play of the week is going to go to GV Frost of Garnet Valley. Gets a pick there, gets a reload, puts down the little bot, and boom! Gets a nice shot there, nice shot there. It's a 1v4 situation for Frost, and he gets it done. But your number 1 play is going to be of Kunai. Kunai jumping over, getting a double kill there, looking for a third, around the corner, boom, gets the initial tap on him, and 4 for Kunai. Love to see that number 1 play there. Windber gets a 13-2 victory. Penn Trafford beats Forest Hills 13-8, and Greater Johnstown 13-0 over Bishop Carroll. Here are your standings. It's Greater Johnstown in the lead with a 3-0 lead over the rest of the pack. I'm Nizzy, I'm out.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the TEC High School League. Week 4. We're already over halfway through the season now, and it's starting to shake up a little bit. We're going to be watching some great games today, starting with Hollidaysburg versus Moshannon Valley. I'm Zohan, joined by Soav. Soav, these teams really have a lot to play for, especially with how their rankings are set up right now.
Yeah, there is a lot to look at in regards to this, because we're kind of seeing now where all these teams really spread out. You can see Greater Johnstown has just been dominating the first 3 weeks, and meanwhile, the opposite end of the board, Bishop Carroll just had a rough start. There's still a lot of chance to change this up, though, because a lot of the teams we're seeing again here, you can see it on there, haven't played, week 2, week 3. Moshannon Valley and Hollidaysburg, this is the second time we're actually only seeing them. So there's still we can still see a lot of changes going on here, but this is shaking out to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at as we come towards like playoff time. So most of these games are going to start to be really, really important. So getting the different round differentials and getting those important like kill differences is going to come in very big now.
No, definitely. And yeah, going into this game, as previously mentioned, Moshannon Valley 0-1, Hollidaysburg 1-0. I'm definitely thinking one of these teams wants to make it 1-1 for each of them. But going into this, we're going to be playing on Bind.
We're going to Bind. You're good. No, yeah, Bind was chosen by Hollidaysburg, and Moshannon bound Haven, and it's kind of what I alluded to before. Both these teams really we haven't seen since week 1, so both of them looking really hungry, and I'm very interested. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'm very excited for Moshannon Valley to see them again. Their first showing was a bit rough, to say the least. So I can only expect this to go up. And Hollidaysburg is looking to make themselves known as more of a point. But let me stop talking about this match and let's go check out who we got on the benches. Because for Hollidaysburg, we've got Zlock, Monopoly, Interstellar, Loki, and V Snipes. No changes since the last time we've seen them, but they are looking like a good squad. They're up 1-0, so that says something.
No, definitely. Yeah, they are up 1 as we're going to be. And then, of course, we have Moshannon Valley. You know, I don't know. Are we supposed to say their names?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting one because their in-game names are all going to be esports variations. But Jaden, Teddy, Dylan, Jeremy, and Austin, we got to at least give them the shout out. I think, even if they're using real names. All these teams are doing it differently. So you got to remember there are players behind this. So even if you don't see them in the game itself, just remember they're back there. They're doing their best.
They are doing their best. I mean, honestly, like I didn't even think about high school esports when I was in high school. You know,
I feel that
I barely got involved in collegiate, let alone like high school. Like high school is so crazy. I'm happy that high schoolers nowadays get to experience sport leagues, and it's definitely like a great team building thing. Great competitiveness. Yeah, and
I agree with you completely. It's nice to be able to just put those together and see if you can see what it's like in this environment, because a lot of these games you can just pick up and play at any point. But it's different when you're in a team environment, right? Like there's a lot more at play. There's a lot more team cooperation and stuff going in there. And I'm curious to see what they bring to that. I'm with you. Like there was no high school. There wasn't even collegiate by the time I left college. I guess that speaks to how old I am. But let's see where we go, because we will be heading in just a moment. But so we're going to Bind. I don't know about you. We've seen Bind several times here, and I like Bind as a map. I think there's a lot of interesting things you can do on this map. There's a lot of great angles. There's a lot of different positions you can play, and there's a lot of different places for different agents to shine.
No, definitely, and I think especially with this new patch, we're not obviously like It allows players who aren't at the highest caliber to shine on a different controller that's not named Astra. Or Viper, honestly.
Yeah, true.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. We have a little technical difficulties as we're trying to enter the game, but
look, back in my day, you played Brimstone or you played Omen, and most of the time you just played Omen, and I was the one who chose Brimstone, so I'm happy to see him getting some time in the lake, because I think he's got a lot of things there, but we may not even see that today. There's a very good chance we still see those other controllers back, but it looks like we're good to go. So let's see what these teams want to pick going into this.
Definitely. We are going to be going in. Oh, never mind. We're still waiting. We're still waiting.
Okay, so some player issues. It's the way it is. But I will say that given that, so the other thing I want to talk about here is the ban from Moshannon Valley was Haven, and that's kind of been a frequent thing here in this league, which is fascinating to me. I feel like most players that play Valorant want to play Haven. They really it's a big map, but I feel like a lot of Valorant players really like Haven, all things considered.
I mean, and that has to just be due to the fact that it's probably the only attacker favored map. In the map pool, and unless you're going up to unless you're going up to an organized level, unless you're going up to tier 3, even it's all up in the air. But it's all going to be on the line for these teams, as we're going to be going to a short intermission while we wait for our players to reconnect. All right, everyone, welcome back to the TEC High School League. We're going to be hopping straight into our game between Hollidaysburg and Moshannon Valley. Let's just take this first round, just to maybe talk about these hero picks. Where I'm noticing like one team definitely maybe more towards initiation, another more maybe a little more defense.
Oh yeah, definitely. Moshannon Valley definitely has that double sentinel is going to be a great on defense, provided they set themselves up. But speaking of that, that'll be Moshannon Valley taking an early fall, and they are trying to hold this out. They'll take hookah, but now they'll throw some utility and try to get some value.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, but immediately V Snipes goes in. It gets another throwing utility. Gonna reveal the location. Oh, the shorty missed. And V Snipes gonna be getting a second, and now the plant is gonna be planted. The spike will be planted. I was casting CS:GO the other day, so I keep going. Bomb will be planted.
It's all right. I mean, what is the spike except just a fancy bomb, as it were? But you know, 5v2, it's asking quite a bit. But that chamber gun looking for some value there, trying to play the corner. Very fascinating. Does get picked though. We'll clean that up for the flawless though.
Yeah, flawless. Very nice victory. It's nice initiation from, excuse me, I don't know who our race player is just yet, from V Snipes, you know, getting two and Zlock getting two as well. And obviously no losses. They're gonna, you know, gonna be able to full buy here. And look at this full buy too. You know, Zlock's still at 950, which granted, I don't think he's buying his, he's not buying a Headhunter yet, but
no, he's not gonna. He'll save that for later. But yeah, I agree. But that's the thing, is there's a little bit more initiation power out of this Hollidaysburg side, and that is gonna work in their favor considering Moshannon Valley's playing aggressively. We saw this last time with them, but they're just getting punished for it, and that is gonna be a trap. Will immediately get picked. Cypher couldn't see it coming, but will trade out.
Yeah, beautiful paranoia actually able to initiate in. However, our omen for Moshannon Valley was able to get two in the end, so you know, doing okay. You know, now we're gonna have chamber from Moshannon Valley trying to come back with a Marshall. Don't know if it's gonna be working out too well. Everyone for Hollidaysburg ready on point. I think he wanting to maybe get his. Ooh. Not even gonna be a Factors Monopoly. Cleans it up. Not as clean as that first round, but nonetheless can't complain. And especially Moshannon Valley was forcing.
Oh yeah,
we should. And now look at this buy. It is a very rough buy.
It is. So I'm going to throw this out there because we've seen this. If you can recall, if you were on this journey for Moshannon Valley last time we saw them, this isn't atypical for them. So this is actually a little more. This is actually, I would argue, a little better for them. So I like a lot of these choices. The Cypher still trying to play close to the shotgun is a good, interesting play, but the tricks have been found out, so they're gonna have to do that. Leaving A site incredibly wide open, though, however, is a different take. So I mean, at the plus side, all that utility they're throwing out there is just going to be wasted. So there's a slight advantage in that.
Yeah, especially if you're using all of these entry. Yeah, all this entry utility is going to be gone. Just gone. No more raise utility. But now this retake is going to be nice for Moshannon Valley. They're going to be able to have every player on their team. Remember, this is still basically a bonus round for Hollidaysburg, however, so they're going to be happy with this no matter what. And ooh, you're going to be starting us off immediately, getting the first one down. Oh, almost getting. Loki is almost taken out, but gets the trade in the end. Now it's a 4v3. Is it going to be happening? Sadly, oh, it doesn't get one, but the frag. Oh, but that was a beautiful smoke to save their teammate. Jeez. And the Molly will take out the chamber as well. And now, ooh, bomb's going to be planted. KO is just going to try to get one target as much as they can, but no, you can't defuse.
It's okay. Dying to the bomb nets you a few more bucks anyway, so it's not the worst play. Yeah, you know, like I said, like this is a good change of pace though, because like I said, if you can recall Moshannon Valley from the last time we saw them, you know, they've clearly they've already improved a bunch, so this is already good. We're seeing the KO getting some value. They need to spread out their defenses. They need to play a little back. Now they're 5 stacking A again. You know, for the people who are watching, maybe don't know the basics, you got a Sentinel on one site, it's pretty well covered. You can check elsewhere, but they are going to 5 stack against the A2, so this is actually working out in their favor.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, okay. Not gonna get the immediate pick off. Monopoly will get one in the end, and the Boombot taking out one. You don't really see that. Oh, and the Ares from our Cypher, excuse me, gonna be doing a lot. But all of a sudden, it's gonna be a 4v1. Chamber's gonna be flanking. Probably not gonna get. Oh, is gonna get caught out by the trademark. They're all gonna know where it is, and yeah, utility are gonna be already being pulled out, and they're already holding angle. And Zlock with the that was an interesting pull up with a headshot.
That got there. It was a tough ask. It was a tough ask for that shotgun anyway, that shotgun play anyways. And you know, again, so it's the second week we've seen Moshannon. They're getting a little better in their econing, which is already a great change of pace for them. So I like that, because now we're saving up for rifles. We're kind of taking rounds and saving less. Like, this is a good look at the basics for anybody who's out there and like hasn't really teamed it. And Moshannon Valley is putting that to a good use of this is why you build econ. This is what you should be doing when you're looking for that. And now they're splitting. I like this. This is back to where it's looking good.
Ooh, I like that. I like that frag, getting V-Snipes a little bit out of position. Not going to be finishing the kill at all, and already our Cypher had gone down. Now Hookah's already controlled. Long is going to be taken out, and KO sadly going to be missing the shots. Nice little bit of a flank. They were not listening to that sound cue. Does get the trade in the end, and smokes Hookah after the person gone deaf.
Spike planted.
Not even gonna think about it.
No. Monopoly coming up.
Beautiful headshots.
Beautiful shots. Yeah. I mean, they're looking good. They are giving, like, going up 5-0. Hollidaysburg's got to be happy with this. They're looking good. Monopoly still hasn't taken a death yet, so you're very happy with that. And their econ's looking great. They're going to opt in for that Marshall 2 ultimates in there. The Cypher ultimate is available for Moshannon Valley. You know, use it right, and you can turn around again. And they're gonna look into this. I do like these Guardian buys actually as like fresh players, right? So the good thing about the Guardian is that, for you, those of you who don't know, it's pretty much point and click. Like, your first shot, as long as you're not moving, will go exactly where you tell it to go. So it's a good starting point.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, misses the op shot there. I love these frags from our KO. Sadly, not going to be working out too well. And Chamber does trade it out in the end, but V-Snipes absolutely cracked as usual. Already getting the frag, getting those paint shells back already, and the spike will be planted now. And it's gonna be Cypher and Omen flanking. I think they're already a little bit aware, but smoke's gonna be coming out, revealing the location. And Cypher, yeah, that's Cypher Cam not gonna be getting too much from there. And the TP straight into it, and I think Omen just wants to save at this point, which
I don't disagree.
Valid.
Take what you can get at this point, you know. It's kind of just what you can get. We'll probably get caught out looking for this. There's Rays might catch them. Yep, catch them running. It's why we walk, children. Walk, don't run. But yeah, I mean, like, that's, you know, we've covered some basics. We're looking good. Hollidaysburg set to be looking good, and probably clearing towards double digits of rounds going into this. But all the ultimates are on the side of Moshannon Valley. So if there was ever a chance for them to take a round, this is probably that chance.
Yeah, indeed. Especially, you know, you could scout with that Euro ult, maybe even have a TP Omen if they're feeling a little feisty.
Yeah,
a little feisty.
Yeah. Little spiciness. I mean, if the Chamber can hit those shots too, that's value alone in itself.
Flanking Omen. Oh, but already gonna be caught out instantly by Zlock. Yeah. And I'm surprised Chamber bought this round, but maybe just doesn't understand. Oh, the Rays all. Oh. Nice shot, and B will be cleared. TP already coming out, but nice little bit of utility by Loki. That was nasty.
That was a great shot. I mean, to Hollidaysburg's good credits, they are they are ingressing and they are taking these sites very quick and effectively, right? Like they are entering well, they are getting value, and they are taking shots. Another great bomb though will get spotted out. Doesn't matter if they're suppressed though. V-Snipe's just gonna absolutely get in there and put in the work with their hands.
I will say Monopoly missed like 2 shots because they were moving.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe this. Like,
I cannot believe the 8-0 Jet. Unbelievable. You know,
our 8-0 Jet missed op shots. Absolutely unbelievable. Can't.
Like the game is game's unplayable now, guys. Like that's just the way it is now. Jet in jest though. 2 ultimates used for Moshannon Valley, so you still got 3. You can make some value out of this. I think they need to play back a little bit, right? So the thing that's kind of punishing Moshannon Valley also here is that they are playing these. What's an early teleport though? They're playing very aggressively here. They're trying to cut them off and take control of these points, but they really aren't getting value for doing so. They're just kind of getting punished for it, but those shots will come through. Speaking of punish, there will be several punishes from the side of Hollidaysburg, and there's just one left. Oh, double op. They made it for those missed shots though, so Monopoly must have hurt us.
Yeah, that definitely, at least Moshannon Valley's getting kills on the board, getting, trying their best here. And I think that's all we can really like hope for at the end of the day. Obviously, I think from a tactical standpoint, maybe going for a Shiko round right now maybe best, but
just take the full save. Like at this point, like that's 101. When you're struggling to buy rifles, when you're struggling to make things work, just go back, just take pistols, buy minimal utility, and just focus on getting a couple picks. That's like I said, let's hit some basics here for Moshannon Valley, and another basics to make sure we don't die to boom bots. We don't die to utility that we don't have to. It's detected though. We'll get value.
Oh, missed those shots, and this utility is already being great. Monopoly already got Cypher.
Oh no!
Oh, the utility usage. Oh, not even gonna. Yeah, and an instant 9-0 on the board for Hollidaysburg. Couple players going down at a time, but the economy for Hollidaysburg at this point is
it's good.
Scary.
It's
good.
Top 1% as we call it in the business. Yeah, they're not worried. They have 4 ultimates. They've got everything. And again, remember, let's be clear, everybody. If you're joining in for the first week of this is high school esports. This is anybody who wants to play. So there's a mixed bag of ranks here. So you're going to see everything. And sometimes you get people that have just picked up the game and are learning, and that's okay too. We're here to have fun. We're here to try stuff, and we are trying. And that's a good try. That's a good start.
Yeah, indeed. Bucky of Chamber not going to be getting anything. Zlock will be winning the Chamber duel in the end, and already 5v3. A will be basically secured, and V-Snipe's already in a nice spot to be able to get this flank. Oh, okay, does get the flank in the end, but you can't miss that. The double peek, very nice. Oh, and Cypher was waiting. Monopoly was waiting for our Cypher player. And double digits on the board for Hollidaysburg, and all their alts online.
It is regrettably looking like a repeat from the first time we saw them. But hey, I'm still here for you, Moshannon Valley. I think Adam, I think we get Spike down on the attack, and I think we call that the victory. We've ecoed a little bit. We've picked more heroes that make sense. We're using abilities. Coming up from like ground zero, this is a step forward. So let's I say that, but they have nobody on B, and it's just free entry. So they will at least, again, they're drawing out. They'll draw out a bunch of eco, and V-Snipe's unfortunately getting caught in the bind. That'll be hey, sometimes they do the work for you, and that'll be a showstopper, finding no one home.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about Hollidaysburg's composition is they don't have any intel gathering.
Yeah, no.
Like at all.
No.
So it's, I think they're just going for it. I think it's a best of one, so because it's a best of one, they're like, why not? So. I mean, they're relying on their gunplay, right? Like that's why you pick the breach, is because you feel like you trust your team. You feel like your initiators are going to be able to get that. Oh, it was a good KO ult. It's a shame they probably will not. They'll probably just get forced out of that. But they can shoot the box. Oh, you're looking for that. That was unfortunate. Could have poked that box, but yeah, that's
not one that a lot of people think of. But yeah, they are giving up that information searching just for raw enter power, right? Like this is like reminiscent of that kind of 12 flash that we saw for a brief moment in the pro circuit, and it is working for them again, as you can kind of see. They have, like, V-Snipes has been hitting well. Monopoly, still worth noting here, 14-0, still hasn't suffered. Again, in Zlock too, 11-0. They are playing well. They're hitting their shots, and that speaks to Hollidaysburg. You know, they are listed at like a mid-table, but this can really push them towards the top.
Yeah, indeed. Loki gets one, and I like this bit of a split push from them. Oh, gonna get
still
a little bit of a little bit of it gets the kill, but bit of a uncoordinated scene. Oh, Loki can't be reloading there. Oh, KO getting 2 absolute insanity on the board right now, and they're not even gonna plant
rotation though. I was like, please tell me they're not rotating through to A. That's just impassive. Like that's aggressive. They're just gonna no, we want to plant A. Deal with it.
We just want to get the kills. And there it is, the 12-0 for Hollidaysburg.
All right, plus
I was very confused, but
yeah, that was I like that. All right, so Moshannon gets their attack. It's 12-0. You know, like I said, like Moshannon Valley, let's get a spike down. Let's enter. Let's use some utility. Let's get some value here. And I think you call that a good day. Like, I think that is a good place for you to do. Hollidaysburg has got they've got their setup. They know what they're going to do, but like, let's get in there and get a spike down. That's a good day. And I think that's a good start towards, I'm not going to say anything much of this season, but like, that's a good start towards future seasons.
Oh, indeed. And it's going to be 10 seconds left as we're waiting for match point potentially in this gun round between Hollidaysburg and Moshannon Valley. It's going to... are they going to win this? Are they going to win this run?
I want them. I genuinely want them to. I genuinely want to see them take a round. That would be ideal. That would be great. That's a morale boost. And I say that, and V-Snipes immediately runs in uncontested and just gets a pick.
Yeah, V-Snipes gets one, Zlock got another. Oh, V-Snipes is taken out, but sadly, it is all on the line for our player and can't do it. And a 13-0 victory for Hollidaysburg over Moshannon Valley. And Hollidaysburg moves up to 2-0 with this win.
Yeah, you're happy with that for Hollidaysburg. That's fine. You are more than happy to move up the ranks, and Interstellar being the only one there at the bottom, unfortunate. I mean, like, the rest of the team was just very, like, look at the rest of the team. The rest of the team was just able to just gather the kills. There's kind of not much to be said about that. That's just, that's kind of what it is. But if you're Hollidaysburg, you're very happy with that. You're going up. You are continuing to build yourself, really. Like, that is a good place to be. And yeah, you're fine with that. Look to next week and continue to build on what you do. If you're Moshannon Valley, take an hour or two in your off weeks, like, hit up some pro vids, kind of get the basics in there, and just kind of hit those basics, wait for smokes, use your utility to entry, play back a little bit, just get in there and crank out those basics. This is your first time in this kind of a league, so it's a learning experience. Take the time to learn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, honestly, not much else to say.
Yeah.
Very, very nice for Hollidaysburg, but we are going to be getting into game number 2 between Somerset and Windsor after a short break. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the TEC High School Esports League. I don't know where
it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Don't worry.
I was gonna say like High Sport League. That's a thing. Well, anyway, yeah. Welcome back. I'm Zohan, joined by Soev. We're about to hop into Windsor versus Somerset. Gonna be on Ascent.
Yeah, the Somerset chose Ascent. Windber banned Haven. Kind of surprising to me. I like, a lot of these teams have liked Haven. Ascent, kind of likes more. I always make this comparison for the Overwatch people. It's the King's Row of Valorant is my take. I could be incredibly wrong, but let's check out who we've got today for these teams. Over for Somerset, we've got glitching out your boy Zook, Hibui, Eric, great. And we got a new face today, Yi Bo, coming in. Don't know what they're bringing to the team, but I'm very curious to see what this new player is going to do.
Yeah, very excited as well. And on the side of Windsor, or is it Windber?
Windber.
Windber. Is it? It is Windber.
It is Windber. Yes.
Are you serious? I swear you were Windsor. And...
No, that is Windber.
I guess they are Windber. On the side of Windber, we have Kunai, Shark Killer, on Jace, Bucky, and Wazd Esports. Or Garrett.
With two S's.
I'm gonna on Esports. It's the skater S's in high school.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the cool S's. Look, if I could, wait. At some point, we're gonna be allowed to like draw your actual like tag, and there's just gonna be cool S's everywhere.
It's just cool, and everyone's gonna be so confused because we're old, and they're gonna be like, "Isn't that a thing from TikTok?" And we're gonna be like, "No."
But let's go into Ascent. Speaking of but TikTok on the clock, the party don't stop. Oh. Let's go to Ascent. There's another reference that literally nobody will get. I just made, but I'm curious to see because I know what I would expect to see here. I would expect some Astra, but with those nerfs coming in, it's very possible we don't see that. You might want that Omen. You might bring in a Viper here, and Jace is gonna meet me there. We'll see. We will see the Viper there. That's looking the double initiator comp. I'm looking. That looks bog standard. I love it. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of Viper on Ascent. It's definitely a little harder. Actually, kind of. If we don't see Astra, I'd maybe prefer to see Brim. Maybe Omen. Definitely a little surprised by no Killjoy. Even at this level, I feel Killjoy is just so easy to play on Ascent, where you just, you lock down a site effectively.
Well, even if you don't want to lock down the site, you can lock down so many areas just by keeping your bot available. It's so easy just to keep a tracker on mid if you just have a bot down or anything like that. And I think glitching out Heard You is going to lock the Brimstone.
See, I knew it. I just knew it.
I mean, he's the best duelist in the game right now. Are you really not going to play him? That's just the way it is. But we're still waiting for Kunai to pick. Maybe that will be the Killjoy there. No, they are going to lock the Raze instead. No Sentinel for the side of the defenders to start. And I think you might regret that, honestly.
I will say this. No initiators for the side.
Of the attackers
for Somerset. So they have no intel. They arguably have one flash, but it's a breakable flash.
Yeah, but the counter. So you do have that, but you have enough smokes to literally kind of run in, plant a spike, and get out if you need to. Again, this is similar. We saw this no missing role comps kind of last week too. I kind of feel like like you said, the lack of information from not having a Sova who just gets so much value in this big map may be a bit more of a problem, but Windber is technically up in the standings right now. So they must just feel confident in their ability to retake is my guess. Because that's what you're playing for without a Sentinel. You're not looking to hold down a site and prevent entry. You're looking to just play to retake with this kind of an aggressive comp.
Yeah, indeed. And I like this little bit of a split. Curious by the fact that we have Viper Wall has gone down, so they at least maybe know that on Jace was there. Okay, we have Trailblazer coming out, scouting it out, and does spot 2 at least. That is actually a huge bit of an indication. Maybe it's going to be forcing the rotation, and it forces the rotation out of Windber, which has left A completely open. That might be something there.
Yeah, I think they've caught that, and now they'll get the spike in for free. So who needs information when you can just go ahead and just get the spike in for free? Rotation will come through there, but shots will come from Kunai, who will find Yi Bo to open it up. And now it's looking very, very good for Windber just to retake this. We'll get the blind too. Follow it up from one more Shark Killer coming up huge there on that Sky.
Yeah, going up. He was and the Sova Dart going to be revealing the location of Hibri, and all of a sudden, this completely empty A site is going to be a flawless first win for Windber, and I don't know what went wrong there.
You know, Somerset has been kind of an odd team. Hibui is a very strong player. We've referenced this in the past, but it is an immortal surrounded by, you know, medals. So there's a lot of need to support either that carry spot in this arena or for him to turn around and support the team. And when the team doesn't play together, they can struggle. But Windber has also just looked good. They looked good in that defense. So, you know, don't credit. It's hard. It's too early to tell what we're putting most of the credit to at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's going to be a similar push to how, or excuse me, a similar hold to how Windber held this last time. But this time they're going to be going straight in, and your boy Zook going to be going down after that dash in. Oh, and the Viper Wall going down at the perfect time. Shark Killer gets one. Shark Killer missed all of those extra shots, but the Stinger from WASD Esports going to get one. A flash in. Trailblazer also coming in. Not going to be... Okay, a little bit of an interesting trigger discipline, but nice little flash in. Gonna be trying to take out Hibui, but too fast on the Sheriff. And oh my goodness, a 3K so far. It's a 2v2. Maybe they can't really do the rotation out because the spike is on site already. It's all up to how they take it from here. They can get it, but oh, Eric Great. Kunai does take out Eric Great from the end, and 14 health versus 14 health. And only one Reyna can remain. Who's it going to be? Oh, beautiful headshot. Are we going to be seeing the ace from Hibui? It's all on the line here for this. It's all up to Garrett. It's all up to WASD Esports. Oh, don't peek that. Don't peek that. And I think I have to give the advantage to Hibui.
Hibui's got it.
Peek it.
Don't peek it. He's playing it wide. I like that. He's trying to play wide, but Hibui's going to step out and get picked. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
He's so fast.
That's incredible reaction time. WASD Esports coming up huge there. Just, oh man, that's powerful. The consolation prize for Hibui, though, is the Empress. So I guess you've got that going into this, and that's the first ult of the game. So Hibui's looking strong. The only one on that board to score up. So Somerset needs to share the love a little bit and play a little bit more team. Hibui can come up big, but this is going to be a game for certain.
Yeah, it's going to be a game. A bit of another bonus round from the side of Windber, I think, winning that round. Dash in onto A. I think they knew where Kunai is now. Maybe going to be getting him out, but Kunai instantly gets one. Ooh, are they going to be getting a second? Oh, but Hibui is going to be finishing out. And okay, I thought Kunai was Hibui is sitting in the smoke for a second, but Hibui on 3 already. They're wanting to go for the ace this time again, and they know where they are. Bucky gets one, however. Bomb will be planted. This retake's going to be 2v3. This is looking great for Somerset. They're going to be breaking the walls at Tree, the wall at Tree trying to get in, but Bucky gets one. Oh, they baited the shot very nicely. Bucky gets 2. Oh, it's all on the line here. But Hibui with the ace.
Oh, well played. Well played. Waited for all the information to come to him and then played it through, especially that wall bang through, well, the floor. I should call it a floor bang in reality. But yeah, I was kind of scared when Somerset dropped those smokes as late as they did. You kind of want to throw those down a little bit earlier, even if you only throw one just to get yourself an entry. But Hibui clutched it out. And again, this is looking like a case of Hibui just going to be kind of carrying the team alongside them. They are able to put the resources into them with the agents selected, though. So I'm very curious to see how this plans out as we get deeper into the game.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be all on to A. Again, the rotation already coming out. Hibui's going to pop that Empress early, trying to do as much as they can. But oh, Kunai getting so much shots through the smoke all of a sudden. But Bucky goes down to the Molly. But all of these wallbangs through smokes working out. And Kunai with 2. And already going to be popping out that showstopper. Going to get 1. Hibui's going to take them out, however. It's going to be a 2v1. Hibui still has that Empress, remember. But it's all on the line. Nice flash trying to get it, but they can't confirm the kill there. A beautiful kill. It's all on the line again for Hibui to finish it out. Hibui. That looked a bit interesting, but I'm just gonna let it happen.
I mean, look, it was the idea was right. Put it low, force them to aim, force the angle out. You know, typically you aim up, but I mean, you know, the idea was what was good there. And I think the idea for Windber here is they just need to put reins on Hibui. Like, it's just look at the scoreboard, and it's very clear that the rest of the team is struggling to kind of keep that up. So it's, if they can put an end to Hibui, it will, you know, that will be their key to success.
Yeah, indeed. And once again, they're going towards A. They really like how A has been going. Oh, but nothing going to be going for it. Oh, nice little shock dart. Going to be getting this. And Hibui goes down to 10 HP. Obviously, they want to take out Hibui as much as they can. It's all going to be how they do this, and the rotation is going to be coming out. But this may already be caught out by Jace. Are they going to get any? No, they're not. Hibui is going to be too fast for them, and does get the healing back. That's going to be massive. Nice little bit of a flash though, but your boy Zeke too fast for Shark Killer. All of a sudden, Somerset looking great. It's all going to be up to the rotation from the rest of Windber. Nice little bit of a split, trying to hold as many angles as they can while they wait for the Somerset team to decide the course of action here.
Ooh, doesn't see him. That shot, there it is. No, take the shot. Oh, come on, you had to take that shot. No, you're just gonna let him go. Ooh,
trigger discipline. Trigger discipline.
Does get there.
Oh, that was good trigger discipline. But your boy Zook
will get traded out. Hey, now it's a fair game, and Spike is down in market, so there's going to be a little bit more of a contest to figure this out. And it's just whatever's left now. And Hibui is one of the two that's left, so this is going to be big for him to come up big. Does kind of think they know where they are. Is going to clear those angles, but doesn't see anybody.
Yeah, indeed.
No time though.
No time at all. And okay, well, I guess they just didn't really want to push it. I think they noticed where the rest of the team is, but it's gonna avoid it. And Windber take a third that, you know, Hibui was already bringing it back 14-2 in our 6th round.
It's still anybody's game here. It's kind of like I said, like if they can keep Hibui reined in, they stand a better chance, right? Because you can kind of see it, and this is not to say anything negative about the rest of the team for Somerset, but Hibui is just the dominating force here. You need to get that under control, and the more you can do that and deny the value from Reyna, who is a solo carry hero, like this is exactly what Reyna wants to do. They can do that, but the smokes come down, and suddenly they're entering aggressively here.
Yeah, aggressively coming in, but this nice Viper wall from Jace, excuse me, gonna be doing as much as they can. Seeker's gonna be popping out as well, kind of confirming that it's all gonna be A specifically. No gardens, no mid, and yeah, that's all gonna be broken. Recon bolt's gonna be broken as well. Gonna be forcing the rotation out, but your boy Zook gonna be holding main, trying to force the rest of the team, trying to get a little bit of a flank kill. But I do. Are they going for the bamboozle?
They have to be. I mean, you have to assume that with how quiet it's been on mid, you have to assume they've taken control of it. And that's what Windber has been successful at doing, is controlling and maintaining the space. They are going to throw out that Hunter's Fury there, trying to find anybody. Will get glitching to trade that out. And it's kicked off fast here.
Yeah, picks off fast instantly. Your boy Zook got 2, I believe, but sadly went down as well. Now it's a 3v2. Windber is looking very good and not even having to worry about time right now. All going to be up to this A push and the flank coming in, but Eric Great too fast for the shot. Ooh. And Wazd Esports goes down as well, and suddenly it's a 2v1 retake from Shark Killer. But oh, this is gonna be nice. Trailblazer gonna be scouting out where the spike is, gonna be catching Eric Great instantly, maybe even gonna be getting it. It does. Oh, and a beautiful headshot, finishing out the round, and Windber will take their 4th.
That's exactly what you want an initiator for, though, right? Like that's the level of intel that you get, and that's what gets you an advantage in these 1v1s. The concussion, just even knowing where your enemy is plenty, because suddenly you have the ability to do that, and that's why a lot of the pros will play double initiator. Information is such an important part of this game, and Windber is winning on that right now. They are winning on the knowledge and the team play. They're playing it well, but you know, ultimates across both sides, 3 for Somerset, 2 for Windber. Those tools are there. Everybody's econ's kind of down. We're forcing. This is a close game, and this is about what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's definitely a close game indeed. Definitely a little going in favor of our defenders currently, but it can all change from here. Trailblazer coming out of A main, going to be revealing the location of Somerset, and also going to be forcing the Viper's Pit immediately out of Jace, but Somerset with a nice rotation down to mid. Oh, Shark Killer can't get your boy Zook in time, and mid control is going to be taken out immediately. Going to be also Hui aggressively going to be picking mid. Maybe, it's just too good for Kunai, but Waz Esports with the spray going to be getting 2, and it's going to be a 3v2 situation, and I think Yibo is going to be maybe going for the res.
I think that's a good pick. No, unfortunately, we'll get picked themselves. No Bo apparently, but Jace will clean that up, and Jace has come to life in this series. A little bit quiet these first 2 weeks for Windber, but is looking dominant here on this Viper, who, we kind of talked about that choice, but has gotten good value out of the Viper utility and kind of using this as their Sentinel light in some ways. You're expecting to see your controller at the bottom of the board, but at 4 or 5 is not a bad place to be. Yeah,
no, indeed, especially when, obviously, as you mentioned earlier, Hibui is the massive leader in regards to kills for Somerset. If they can, as long as they can nullify it,
you should run.
Ooh,
I'm very confused why they waited. I don't really know how to react to that at the moment. Okay, we're gonna have this lockdown coming out from Killjoy, trying to get as much as they can, and it's gonna allow sight to be taken. However, the immediate retake's already gonna be there, but Hibui with the bamboozle might be planting on to B, and it's gonna be a massive bit of, it's going to be a trade out instantly. Shark Killer gets 2, but it's all going to be up to how the rest of this team then. Owen, okay, Waz Esports with 2 as well. Nice little bit of a spray. Pike will be planted on B. Sorry, I find this very funny.
It was the great bait is real, but Hibui just going to pull out those heroic efforts. We'll find one, try to get some shots of that Sheriff. No dice, but the walls are going to start closing in, and the surrounds. There it is. Shark Killer will clean it up for the 3rd, and yeah, it was a good concept, but tough execution of the one. It's a big ask for the 1v4.
I feel and with the Sheriff too.
Yeah, it's a big ask.
I'm far more okay with it if this was a Phantom, Vandal, Empress even. If you have Empress
and filter in your side, yeah, I agree.
But when it comes to this, and it's just the thing I'm most disappointed right now is that Bucky isn't doing the Odin carry.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say there's a lot of strats we're not used to seeing. We're used to seeing the Sova with the Odin over on B, just locking it down and firing through. But at the same time, we are seeing some of these ideas put to use, just maybe not used correctly, because that Killjoy ult was the right idea, right? You Killjoy ult, you buy space, you go and get the spike down by the time it's out, and that's how you're supposed to play it. But it's a step or 2 off of what you might expect at a pro level. But it's high school, so what do you really expect? It's that's fine.
Yeah, Trailblazer coming out to main, and Hibui goes down, and without Hibui, this usually kind of tells the end of the round, and especially as glitching out can't even get anything with that stim pack there.
Nope.
And flanks.
No, but they have eyes on the spike. They know where it is. So, Yibo.
Don't do it. Don't do it. What?
Are we? No, we're baiting it. It's okay. We're baiting it. We're getting value. We didn't. But actually, the Killjoy. Well, you got out of there actually, so that's not terrible. The Rays got out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was the Killjoy. No, the Killjoy didn't make it out. But you traded.
Zook's gonna flank Zook for the flank kills. Come on, Zook, I believe in you. The power of Zook. Are they gonna be getting anything from here? No, they're not.
No, they saw it. Oh, so close, too late though. Saw it, had to double take.
Yeah, I love how they're all picking up the Reaver skins, because that was my skin for Vandals. So very happy happy they match with me. I forgot what it was. I was watching Sentinels versus V1 version 1 yesterday, and 3 of the players had the Reaver Vandal skin. and like two of them specifically had the exact like color. I was so like, I was like, see, this is, I was right in buying it.
I mean, it obviously it turned you into a clear aimbot, and now you're playing into diamond at a minimum. Obviously, like
it's bronze 2, diamond 1, same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. So it's all just who's there. It's all who's holding you back, as it were. But nothing is being held back there as that Brim Molly comes in, and the entry is there.
Yeah, very much gonna be using the ult as well. Maybe not the best idea since the site was already clear, but obviously we're looking at this from a different perspective, and your boy Zook popping off in this round. Not, hadn't been seeing that for a while, and ooh, I like this wall. Obviously they didn't know where WASD Esports was, but a very nice bit of play. And okay, now that's gonna be working out very well. I was wondering with the first one I think it went into the wall. Yeah, a nice little bit of a duel, but your boy Zook with the 4K gonna be finishing this out on 7-3. Two rounds left, and I still think Somerset has a chance to, if they get one more, like, I'm not too worried.
There's it's still very possible, because again, let's flip the sides here. There's an aggressive side here that suddenly has to do an attacking, but at the same time, Somerset does have a bit of an easier comp to defend with. You can kind of just leave the Killjoy and let them do that. The whole team of Somerset is starting to come together. We're seeing kills across the board now, but they stand to do pretty well here. So yeah, let's see if they can close it out on a high note.
Yeah, close out on a high note, holding a bit interestingly, as three of the players are still essentially at spawn, but going to be moving up towards A main. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely confuse Windber a little bit, but okay, this all the utilities is gonna be revealing it, and it's not gonna be working out. Kunai gets 2 with the angels, and maybe even we'll get the ace. It's all up to Habui, and we know how Habui can play it from here. But with the spike down, it's gonna be revealing where they're gonna be. And that's no, you can't deny the ace there. And but sadly, Habui is going to be getting it. In a bad time. For the trick. Why would you?
You usually put yourself in cover for that, but it was a play also, for a certain.
I don't even know why you would do it. Like, you know where they are.
Yeah, I think it's going for the stun. I think it was to try to get themselves the value on the stun, but it gave Habui the Empress, and now suddenly this 1v3 doesn't look impossible.
Yeah, it's all up to Habui. Okay, gets one already. Gonna be catching out a little bit of position, but it's all up to Bucky. Maybe with that I was gonna say that AWP, that op. It's they literally named it so you can say op still. Like, yeah. And the ace and Jason.
It's live
down. It's all gonna be up to the op of.
No,
one Bucky.
Ooh,
shot through the wall. That saved them there. Bucky.
Huge.
And Bucky's gonna be getting it. So I'm getting 8-3 to Windber. And I don't know if I wanted another ace, so I'm kind of okay with that.
I mean, look, we've had so many chances for aces to pop up. We'll get it. We probably will see another one before this is out, because it's still anybody's game here. And again, this is kind of standard though, right? Like, this is a good defender map, so it's not necessarily. Oh yeah, like this is still anybody's game at this point. Like, it's a great half for Windber. Let's not discount that, but they still have to close out on the attack. And even though they have a bit of a more aggressive comp with more information, that doesn't mean anything, because there's double sentinel on the other side there.
Yeah, double sentinel against this. Ooh, we're gonna be seeing this recon dart. Beautiful lineup. Not gonna be maybe catching up Killjoy, but okay, the Hunter Spirit gonna be coming out. Maybe getting. That's massive. Maybe gonna get another, but your boy Zoo jumps into Kanai's grasps and sadly goes down. And all of a sudden, this is looking like it is going to be 9-3 for Windber, and especially with these paint shells. Has to save themselves. Eric Great doesn't pull it back in the end, but the molly, that was a beautiful molly from Anjason, and Shark Killer finishes us out in 9-3. Wow, what a beautiful sub play from Windber there.
That was, yeah, there was a lot of great moments out of that. And this is why Windber went up 2-0. They're looking like a good, solid team. Every member contributing well and playing well together. And now they just have to attack. They need to close it out here. It's only 3 rounds. They can still do it. And again, they're doing very well about keeping Hibui in check. They're getting great plays. They're using their information well too. So, hey, double initiator is still a thing to consider if you're in this league. And you know, can I sell you on some double initiator teams? Like this is the bonuses you get of having all this information and being able to know stuff before you enter.
Yeah, indeed. And especially with how the setup from Somerset has to be, they're not going to be getting information anywhere that's really vital for them. And already it's going to be a B push again. Solardart's going to be coming in. Trailblazers is going to be coming in. And all of this information is going to be so much for the side of Windber. And no one's going to be on site, interestingly enough. Kunai going to be using those paint shells anyway, but glitching out does get the first kill of the match and does wall off main. And actually, that's Spike's not going to be there anymore. What?
That's huge. Yeah, it got left behind. I mean, it'll get eventually caught up, but that still buys them some time. And Windber, suddenly this attack, it's 3-2, looking good. But
Eric Gray.
Oh no, let's wait. He's waiting. He knows it's coming. He knows it's there. Oh, beautiful. Beautifully played there.
Beautiful. And now it's all up to Shark Killer. I think waiting for Eric Great. Just hold there. Just hold there. Okay, spots it out, but Eric Great now has that information. Is going to be calling it out for Zook to maybe flank there. And okay, not going to actually be pushing out yet. And Shark Killer may be able to get Zook on this flank. Oh, if Shark Killer clutches this out, I'm going to be losing my mind. Zook does move into a slightly better position, however.
30 seconds left.
My God, this is the bamboozled fight of the century. Okay. Oh, gets one. Oh, gets one. It's all on the line here. Flash out. Doesn't. Okay, gets the flash in.
Flash gets the intel. There it is.
Oh, and Shark Killer finishes this out. Oh, picks up the Mage Punk as a reward.
Huge play there. That was great. That was good patient play out of Shark Killer. This Windber team continues to impress. They play well. They're playing as an effective team, and they just look good. Like they are just looking like a good team. You know, Somerset again, quality players there. Yibo is coming in like off the bench as a sub. Don't know why. We don't have any reason that, but that is a thing we can think of. But this A push looking to be a little bit more perspective. We'll line up that molly and try to get some value out of it.
Yeah, beautiful molly, beautiful ring gun dart. As it was, Esports comes in with a stinger. Still very curious by this, but it's the thing. And Jace gonna start us off, and the wall will be coming down from tree. Or excuse me, the door. I don't know why I just said wall, but glitching out. Sadly, not gonna be getting anything with that steam pack. I just said steam pack.
It took a while to get the spike down, though. That's kind of my concern. I think is the thing is like you had a lot of time to control that, and the Viper trying to clear that out will unfortunately get clicked. Hibui just lying in wait there, and the Menace is still alive, so they have to contend with that.
Yeah, but WASD Esports in the great spot. Oh! Has a stinger and can't do anything for it. And but Kunai takes out Zook, and so is all this on the player advantage once again in a 3v2. Both players are going to be waiting hell, but Kunai going to be in a bad position to get caught out. But it's a 2v1. They know where he is. But Shark Killer going to be a little too fast. And now 11-3 in a bonus round. Oh, no, bonus round for Windber. And they kind of forced on Somerset. And now I don't know if I liked the force there.
It's such a tough place because where we're at with 11-3, it's kind of like you almost have to in some ways. You can't necessarily afford to give up rounds for free at this point. So it was probably the call of like a desperation, like we're running out of time, we have to make this call. But Windber again is looking good. They're playing these attacks aggressively, and this is exactly what you want. The smokes come down, the utility comes in, it will catch Hibui. They know exactly where their problem is, so they can avoid around that.
Yeah, indeed. All of these paint shells getting so much damage onto some of our players, and now the rotation is coming out. I think there might be able to, if they were listening, they may be able to have heard the sound cues, but sadly, Not going to be hearing anything. Zeus going to be calling it out, but I don't know if I don't know how many players he saw, but A is going to be free. Going to be still using some boom bots, still going to be using some utility. But A will be taken and the spike will be planted. And that's a huge flash game, so much information, and Jay starts us off. And Kunai on a sheriff still?
They feel confident, they're looking good, and Anjace again coming to life has been a constant threat this whole game. Zook's trying to find something with that Marshall. We'll find one eventually, and that's going to crack it open for the side of Somerset. We'll get traded out, and Sharkiller coming up huge too.
Yeah, indeed. It's all up to Habui again. And now, but they're going to know where he's coming from. They're going to know what's going on. And I don't know if he wants to waste Empress, or not waste Empress, but use Empress in this sort of situation. But the blind going to be revealing the location in heaven. Oh! Kunai with the wallbang going to be bringing us to match point. And a beautiful play there.
If you're Somerset, this wasn't a bad map. Like, despite what the this wasn't a bad map for you, all things considered. Like, you're gonna probably lose this 13, 5-6 at best if you're lucky, but likely 3-4. It wasn't a bad map, but I think this is a map where you really need to consider what happened, because this map as a whole requires teamwork. It really requires you to communicate and for all members to come up something big in this, and that's what Windber is just doing differently here. They're using all of their utility, all of their information, and all of their team effectively. Everybody's had a moment for the side of Windber, and they've looked good on this, and Eric Great is just kind of lying in rate.
Yeah, indeed. And remember, they have to win this here, Somerset has to win this here to take us to another game. Your boy Zook starting us very well, but this Viper's pick gonna be used anyway, even though it's a player disadvantage, and maybe gonna be allowing a little bit. And the wallbang from hell, not gonna be revealing too much, and glitching out, finally gonna get the upper hand there. And glitching out with 2, and Jace gets and Jason gets 1, and it's all gonna be up to this, and Jace gets the gazebo. And I feel so bad for glitching out. 1 health remaining, and it's gonna be on the line for this.
They're just searching for each other though. Smoke's gonna run out, so that will make it even floor, but glitching out is gonna be caught out first. No, you have to bait that. You can't commit. No, glitching out. No, there it is. You don't see it. Oh, too late. Too little. Too late though.
A little too late. And Windber, not as a convincing fashion as our first game, but at the end of the day, it still takes us 13-3 in a beautiful game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. There was just kind of a general across the board. Habui is looking at the top of the board. That's pretty standard for him, but the rest of the team just kind of struggled to get there. And that's, again, team game, 5v5. You can put an immortal on a team. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. So it's just kind of the way it is. But again, Somerset is a good contender. This is just a tough match. And if they get there, they work on their team play a little bit, they can move themselves up to the big boys and play towards the top 4.
Yeah, indeed. But that another game, another life. So hopefully they can bring it back here, and we will be watching Bishop Carroll versus Forest Hill very soon, but after this short break. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the TEC High School Esports League. We're going to be in our last game of the day between Bishop Carroll and Forest Hill. I'm Zoan, joined by Soav. Soav, these games haven't particularly been close. So no. I'm hoping this last game maybe changes it up.
I mean, fingers crossed. We're looking at 2 teams from near the bottom. We're looking at Bishop Carroll, who are 0-3. They've had a tough run. They played, first, tied for second, and 5th. One of our previous teams actually there. And Forest Hills, has not played a bunch, but they've come up short 0-2. And both these teams dying for a win right now. So one of them is going to come up big and move them up. So that's all we can hope for. But let's see who we brought here today. We've got Bishop Carroll bringing in Skago, Lukey, Shaq, Boy Hockey God, and Italian Schemo. We've seen these faces every week. It's good to see them. They're still here. They're still trying.
Yeah, indeed, of course. And, going over to Forest Hill, we have Hayasaka, Skip, Vaco, Jegward, and, of course, the Genji legend, two-time Overwatch League champion himself, Rascal. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's not Rascal. But it's a different Rascal. But it is a Rascal, and we're very excited to see this Rascal in particular. And yeah, our map's going to be Haven. The ban was between Fracture and Haven.
Shocking.
I know. Forest Hills banned Fracture, and yeah. So
one of these days, someone's going to pick Fracture. It'll probably be someone who's trying to get an advantage. It's maybe someone trying to buy an advantage. But we're going to Haven. This is a big map, 3 bomb sites. This is kind of where you want to require that double sentinel that we've seen a couple times here. Sage Cypher, usually a good combination to try to buy some space, buy some time, and close off some of these ways. But we'll see what they're doing. Shaq locking in that patented neon game after game. I respect it. Has gotten some good value on it, and they are looking once again. So no smokes for the side of Bishop Carroll. Interesting take here. We saw this last time on Haven. Someone picked Haven too, and I don't know how I feel about it. This map almost kind of needs smokes because there's so many angles you have to clear that at least they have some information though in the Sova.
Yeah, so I think in a little bit of a leeway with that Killjoy turret, with that boom bot, and of course Shaq. If our attackers can't hit shots, maybe Neon's gonna be the entryway in.
I mean, quite literally, it would be very easy just to clear yourself a path in, get the spike, and get out. So maybe that's the plan here. But meanwhile, on the other side for Forest Hills, looking a little bit more traditional. The Phoenix is an interesting pick here. We used to see a lot more on Haven just because run it back so good for information. No initiators though. Triple duelist. They are feeling strong in their. I mean, this is like a duel heavy comp though, because even the Omen, like this is a team that wants to take duels between the Sage. Like this is a team that feels confident in their gunplay. Again, no real information to gather for them though, so they may want to change. They might be regretting that down the line.
Yeah, indeed, and especially starting on defense. Maybe they're hoping they're able to get some picks, but especially with Killjoy on to A. It's kind of rough to hold. It's as you said earlier, it's really rough to hold Haven without smokes. Having a Killjoy maybe, but
yeah, it's gonna be a tough. Or it's gonna be a tough take. We are gonna have a pause though, coming in here. Maybe some mistakes were made. Maybe something was going on, but again, just based on what we've seen, it's gonna be an interesting tale to tell if nothing gets changed. We're taking a technical pause, so just making sure stuff on our end is good. But yeah, like based on what we've seen, this is kind of going to be really interesting to see what these teams come up with. There's like excesses in some things. So like Forest Hills really wants to take fights. They really want to win. Bishop Carroll really wants to hold site and play defensively. So if they play to these individual strengths, there's something to be had for both of these teams.
Yeah, it's interesting that one team doesn't have initiators, one team doesn't have smokes.
Yeah.
And if anything, I mean, yeah, triple duelists, which
it feels like my average game of Valorant, honestly. So I guess this is the real Valorant experience right here in some ways.
Yeah, and at least obviously Phoenix might not be meta, but at least his kit kind of has everything. Has a molly, has a smoke, has a smoke-ish kind of thing.
Yeah,
has a flash.
I mean, he's the catch-all, right? Like he's the good introduction character, honestly. So I think that I think it's a good pick, but I still think you might have wanted like you said, some sort of information there, like something to initiate on, even if it's just a recon dart or a trailblazer to give you a little bit of a clearing way, because even your Omen doesn't necessarily want to quickly take off sites. They're a slow push.
Yeah, no, indeed.
But I mean, Bishop Carroll, and again, I gotta shout this out to Shaq because I've seen it every single game here. That it's just been it's just been tough. Like, he's been running this neon, which everybody's still kind of learning and getting used to, and I respect that. I kind of think there is something to be had for the neon in some of these cases, but I think again, on their side, like, someone's got to pick up smokes. I don't know if their smoker's not there, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, indeed. And yeah, we're going to be hopping into game number 3 of our games today after a short break, but please be sure to stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome back. We're going to be watching our game between Bishop Carroll and Forest Hills. Sorry about that technical pause, but we're going to hop straight into it, and it's going to be a push towards A from Forest Hills, and maybe going to be working out quite well as Boy Hawk going to be backing up a little bit. An alarm bot's going to be taken up very early. And now, yeah, A is going to effectively be cleared. And we're going to have Rascal trying to throw out a smoke, and Jaguar going to be getting it instantly, and Bishop Carroll already going to be going down a little bit, and Paintshell is going to be forcing them back a lot, but oh my goodness.
Skago coming up huge.
Four. Where's the ace?
Oh, I'm not getting it. No, we'll get met by Luke. Luke will steal one, and that's fine. They'll take that. The Omen is there. We'll find and trade out. Vaco going to find 2, though. Looking for more. Spike's got to defuse. Shaq will get it, and the trade will come down.
That was 100% why the reload was gonna. The reload was gonna happen.
That was gonna happen. Yeah. A good take and a good reinitiate. That was good from both of them. I like it. But I mean, again, like, the Killjoy utility was there, quickly got kind of picked out. It was a nice aggressive play, but the Killjoy just wasn't necessarily, like, you got to adjust that. You got to assume they're coming in. You got to make sure you can get value out of it, or that it can't just get picked like that. So, but a good showing from Bishop Carroll, already coming up strong 1-0.
Yeah, definitely coming up very strong, winning that first round 1-0. Better than, definitely what they want here. Waco's going to be going for that Marshall, but ooh, I like this Sage Wall. Going to be forcing a little bit out, and Skyjo, going to be getting one instantly, taking out Hayasaka and I'm going to say it, Big Shaq in the back line, going to be getting some big kills and going to be running, but might go straight into Vaco. Oh, but beautiful shock darts from Skyjo, and Skyjo is just on a rampage, going to be getting multiple players.
I mean, bought up into that Phoenix. We'll get traded out, though. We'll bought up into that Phantom, though, and suddenly it's still anybody's match here, because Vaco, half HP, will get that Phantom, and suddenly it's a match.
Yeah, it's definitely a match. They could have gone for the flank there. I'm a bit confused by that, but Boyhawk could have gone for the flank, and now throwing utility onto C.
Oh, no.
Okay, maybe realizing something could be at play here. Oh, but don't peek out of garage. Don't peek out of garage. Oh, but Vaco's going to be looking the wrong way, and the round will be finished out. And Bishop Carroll going up 2-0.
Well, but it's a double Sentinel comp. Like, this is exactly what you would expect from the double Sentinel comp. They are good at that. And Skago has just been on fire on this Soba. Has looked good in the previous weeks too, but already first ult on that board has that Hunter's Fury. Great looking for this post plant if they can, or when they see the plants incoming. This could be a great way to just get a free win. But now that Econ's a little bit rough though for the side of Forest Hills, they forced a little bit, and now they have to spend yet another Econ to kind of recover this. Probably going to regret that, but
yeah, Bishop Carroll though also kind of on. Skyjo maybe thinking. Hunter's Fury is an alt that you don't buy from?
I don't know. Maybe expecting to get bought for didn't happen. Might have just been a miscommunication there.
Oh, Big Shaq with the flanks. Oh, Skip might have. Skip saw it. Is Skip gonna get it? Skip. Oh, Skip just missing the shots, down to 41 HP, and Shaq with the wall gonna be getting out of there. Nice, a little bit of a stun, but we'll get for it.
Oh, Shaq over on C though is gonna get run in by this flank though. It does eventually get found out, and that's gonna crack C wide open for the plant as long as everybody gets in time though.
Yeah, plant will be spike will be planted. And the retake's gonna be quite fast though. Skyjo gonna be scanning, I think, and going for the Hunter's Fury. Yeah, I called it. There it is. Oh, might be getting Rascal, but Rascal with the juke's gonna be getting out in time. Does dink a couple people, so they're gonna be fairly low in this retake. And Slower coming out by Skimmo. Oh, with the wall.
That's so unfortunate. But those picks are not unfortunate. Vako's still trying to hold off with that Sheriff, and suddenly this eco round looking very good. Hayasaka is just peeking that corner, will get one, and the picks come down for Forest Hills, making an eco round look pretty good.
Yeah, actually a very, very nice eco round for them. And also able to pick up, not able to pick up all of the weapons, but I don't think it matters in any of it. Yeah, got a couple, and yeah, Hayasaka already over 5,000 credits, and yeah, can't complain at this point. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that rifle from round 1 is still going like somewhere past around. Like I kind of think that's where this money for Hayasaka is. It's just like someone's been holding onto this Phantom from round 1, but they are going to force the side of Bishop Carroll, which I mean they will. They're going to force this. They think they can hold this and put a stop to it.
Yeah, indeed, and it's looking like it's going to be A. Finally, I love A pushes. They're always very, very fun. Skyjo holding with the Ares quite far away. A little curious about that, but yeah, it's going to be up to how the rest of Bishop Carroll will come from here. Oh, and Vako going for the flank, maybe going to be doing something. Never mind, cancels it, but this may. Oh, please don't tell me this is going to force a rotation out of this team. They all kind of back up there. It's going to... Oh, okay, now Skyjo going down is going to reveal where the rest of Forest Hills is. Oh, and going to get one. Is Vako going to be eating the kill? And Vako, too slow for Boy Hawk. And 3. Oh, Boy Hawk.
Coming up huge there. Lukey's still dropping down from the top, and it's 4-2. They could just go. They could just take it. Hayasaka is stuck under there in garage. Will eventually get picked, but they have to get this defused. There it is. Boy Hockey got coming up huge with a 4K to close it out. Great showing from Bishop Carroll on this defense.
Yeah, great defense so far. And 3-1. Honestly, very, very nice coming from what our bottom team. What we expected from our bottom team. And Skyjo on 6, and everyone's putting in work so far. Everyone has a kill. It's not it's really not one person dominated.
Yeah, it's a balanced game here, and again, I kind of alluded to this earlier, but like Bishop Carroll's had a rough 3 weeks. They've played top teams, and we never really got to. It's hard to tell and evaluate a team when you just are playing teams that are going to be dominating the field. So now that we're actually seeing Bishop Carroll, they absolutely could shake out to be a middle of the pack team, and that's not a bad place to be for like a high school league.
Yeah, no, especially. All right, so Omen Smoke's going to be coming out, kind of telling a little bit on C, but the Ice Wall immediately coming in, and slow orbs, just so many slow orbs.
A lot of utility expended. Like, that's just so much utility for what is not even a push yet. Like, no one's really aggressed forward. So
this is what happens when you don't have any initiators. Like, where they? Yeah, they're going to be caught out.
Yeah, Shaq will get a pick on that flank. Has been living there for free, and will continue to kind of pincer this a little bit better.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, and Lukey getting another one. Skyjo gonna be finally get taken out, but Rascal gonna give away position. Does get the kill in the end, but the defender, this lockdown, maybe a bit mistimed. This actually allows the res, and suddenly it's kind of an even round again.
Yeah, it was a good thought to try to force time, but everybody had rotated at that point, so there wasn't necessarily a need to. You would have liked that for when the spike it goes down to try to force some space back. Like that's a space making ultimate. Use it for that. But the space it did buy was pretty good. And again, you know, now they're looking in a good spot. Vaco will get this down, but Spike is stuck on A, and suddenly Vaco and Forest Hills can't do much here.
Yeah, honestly, not even enough time, and I wouldn't even rush. Just don't run. Just stand right there. You're gonna win the round. Don't. Oh, and Vaco gets the kill anyway, but not gonna be enough. Bishop Carroll will take a fourth. And yeah, that was kind of, I would almost say like a mismanagement of resources from both sides. You know, Forest Hills not wanting to go in with the utility that's given, which obviously comes from the fact that they don't have an initiator. They don't have a solo to really scout. They don't have a KO or breach even. I mean, breach is pretty common. I mean, at the highest levels, and
I mean, even
now
like even if you don't want to do that, you can tell your jet to just initiate and like get some information that way. But again, there's just a reluctancy to go in. You have triple duelist, and no one wants to go in.
Did you see that recon dart?
No, I did not. Where did it
went off the map. It was so far off the map. You just see this circle.
Oh, I suck at coming up huge though. Look, I don't shame. I've done that. I've done that.
I've done it 100 times. I just wanted to comment on it.
You know, that's. Look, we all make mistakes, but there's no mistake. Hayasaka is going to get some value from this ult already. So, Jaguar just going to send in those pain shells, and this push is looking live.
Yeah, definitely looking live for them. Vaco does kind of even it out, however. And now A is going to be looking nice, however. Hayasaka with the flank, going to get Skyjo. Now it's kind of all up to this, and Skip with the wall. Oh, Skip on the wall, going to be clutching it out. Oh, that was nasty. And the plant mini going to be coming down for Forest Hills. And yeah, I mean, it seems if they get a pick, it goes pretty well. I think Vaco... Yeah. Hayasaka easily, can clutch out these rounds, but it's getting into it. It's I'm gonna make this fun. It's initiating the fight that is where they struggle the most. Like especially I think Rascal should be the entry
at this point. Yeah, considering you have we kind of alluded to this, but Phoenix literally kind of a little bit of everything. Like there's nothing stopping Rascal from just throwing up that wall, sending them out. What?
So confused what's going on right now.
I don't maybe that was just a misused showstopper, but whatever I was saying was mostly irrelevant here, because they are going to try to space out on them A, and they are going to try and play for these flanks though. Oh, the beam from Shaq though coming up huge.
I think Rascal might be AFK or having some technical issues.
Possibly, but is back now. Jaguar will find the one, but Neon, that will put an end to that, and it's still even. Anything's possible here.
Yeah, anything's possible. Jaguar gonna be caught in sewers, and ooh, nice shark dart. Excuse me, I can speak words. Oh, recon on. That's a Rascal. Oh, and gets Rascal from across the map, and Lucky is gonna be finishing out for Bishop Carroll. And that'd have been interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if Rascal's okay. And yeah, I'm surprised, especially on Haven. I feel they should really be prioritizing getting Rascal orbs, getting Rascal to entry more, and especially Rascal has his ult now. Like,
oh yeah,
just use take it back, go in, get that information, and then pull back and go. Okay, there's two there. Maybe they're gonna be rotating. Let's push somewhere else. And yeah, I'm a bit lost. Yeah, like
it is exactly what you want to be doing with that Phoenix. But again, this seems like something in the comp and in the communication just a little bit off for the side of Forest Hills. It's been a rough attack, and they are. But here's the thing: they are playing a little bit slowly. Like you said, they are playing for the picks, and when those picks don't come, they kind of just continue to try to poke and find value until something shows. But there's unless someone manages a pick, there's no value to be had. Speaking of a pick, though.
And a beautiful one at that is That is massive. The res does come out, however, so it's going to be equal again, but never mind. Vaco is going to be finishing us out, and I don't think they expected that wall break, so very nice play. Oh, Shaq. I think they've started. The one thing I will say about their comms is I think they started to notice Shaq going for the flanks with that neon and just catching them out with the running.
Oh, absolutely.
You notice that? Yeah.
There's that. Speaking of running, there's that run it back. Not really sure what they're looking for there. I was just going to find the value. Look, they got in, had to figure out where it was. That's the first bit of information they've gotten for free, so you take that. But Forest Hills will commit those ults. They will have the advantage here, and it's probably going to be difficult for Skago to get this. Never mind, we'll find one, but still has the overcome the mountain of getting this out.
Also, I just want to comment. There's a Vandal right next to him this entire time, and he hasn't picked it up. Did you notice that? It was right there.
But the real question, does it have a skin?
Oh, that's the important thing. And obviously some tactical crouching going out at the end of the round. And the op going to the side of Forest Hills. And, you know, I just want to mention again, they kind of struggled in those early rounds, but now their economy is starting to get really picked up. I'm a bit surprised they don't seem to buy, or excuse me, Rascal's actually going for the Spectre. He could afford something else, but interesting little bit of a play. And Vaco gonna be the opera of the round, excuse me.
Something team game, I guess. You know, I don't know, but that
something.
We'll get spotted out, and that will manage to dodge there. Does find some value. Skago looking good on the solo. Will at least now have the information to figure out what's going on there, because Spike is still at C, even though there's this long flank coming.
Yeah, very, very long flank coming from a. And this is what I wanted from Rascal. Oh, beautiful shot taking out Skago. This is what I wanted from Rascal is finding the flanks, going for the angles, and standing there after he sees Skimmo. Interesting choice. Skip does take out with the showstopper, however. Rascal finally gets Shaq, gets traded out instantly. 3v3 now, 50 seconds left on the clock. Forest Hills wants to try to even this out, and I'm a bit confused in this round, but it's now looking good for Forest Hills as Hayasaka gets one.
I mean, but at what point you have the advantage, you know where the other two are. Like, just plant on B. Like, you have the whole map, you have literally the rest of the space controlled. This is kind of a point of greed in some ways, because you don't need to play for the picks. You could just play to get the spike down, take the value. But just as I say that, Hayasaka will get those picks they're looking for. Yeah, I feel like that you'd rather have the value. Like, you have the map open, just get the plant down somewhere else. Like, and then force the mistakes. Like, that's what you need to be doing if you are either of these teams, is try to be forcing those errors. You can do it with the raises, you have those nades, you have that utility. Force errors and force things to go in your favor, and then suddenly the picks will fall your ways. You can work around these kind of lack of controller, lack of initiator, if you are, I don't want to say smart, if you are clever. If you are clever enough to find ways around it, you can make it work. But I mean, it's 5-4, it's a close game here.
Yeah, it's a close game against double Sentinels, which is definitely not necessarily the way Bishop Carroll wants to be going. Skyjo gets one, does take some damage from that boombot, but the reload is able to come out, and the slow orbs of doom going to be coming out. Shaq, don't look the wrong. Why would you turn? That was not a big Shaq moment. Oh, nice shark dot initiating in, but it's not going to be enough, and suddenly Forest Hills is going to be bringing this back, and Vaco's res as well. This is going to be a very nice round for them, especially Lucky, very low on health. But we're going to have this lockdown potentially.
It is going to go down, and Boy Hockey God is going to try to buy some space. I mean, Spike just gets down, but they didn't cover enough of the point, so they don't, I mean, they're going to give up so much space in the world for it. But without really any way to get to this Spike that's down, this is going to be a tough ask. Caught looking.
I will say the one thing I've noticed is I've noticed that the alt usage is a little bit early. Like, there could have actually easily been a time where the lockdown goes down and they just rotate out of there. Obviously, it works out well here. They're up 4v2, and I think they understand they can get the picks. But
yeah,
if I think in most situations, if I'm in a comp game and I'm supposed to be planting there, and I see a killjoy, if I see a lockdown just get planted right there, I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna stop, walk away, and just go to A.
Yeah,
because you just wasted an ult.
Yeah, I think that's again, we're looking at you know, like not lower end of the teams, but we're looking at the bottom of the leaderboard as it is. So these teams are still working on a lot of those team plays, this decision making. That's what we're here for. We're learning how to play as a team, how to make those decisions. And I agree, there are several times I would have just made a call and been like, so we know they're all on C, let's just rotate to B and plant, or let's just force this. And they are going to continue to force this C thing here, and the wall's just gone. They know this, they know how this goes. We've seen this record play a million times right now. So Bishop Carroll is, again, like, they know what's up, but they kind of have to adjust to this repetitious plan from Forest Hills.
Yeah, but I like this play coming from Rascal, and then ooh, but Skip gonna be catching out Shaq early. Maybe gonna be revealing where C is, and Jaguar goes down as well. Oh, taking out from Garage. But ooh. Phoenix doesn't. But wait, Rascal doesn't just get the kill.
No,
Phoenix could have just peeked.
No, it does not.
Oh, it doesn't. Don't peek into there. Don't peek into.
Oh no,
Spike will be onto A. Gonna be getting out of there, however. Wait, it's gonna go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a play. That was a look. He got out alive. That's all we can ask for sometimes.
Yeah, gets out of there. Okay, Hayasaka gonna be holding in a spot, but Skip gonna be in a spot position where maybe he's gonna catch out. Vako gets. That was a funny option. I don't know why. Wow. Oh, Rascal, and I like the spot. Go, nice catching on Skimmo, and now it's all up to. Oh, you can't miss those.
No. That was a good try.
It's a good try, but now, yeah, 6v4. I think this is the first time Forest Hills has taken the lead in this series. Yes. Went ult online.
So. Something. I mean, it's gonna be the Into the Dark, Into the Beyond. So like, what you like, it's gonna be like a late plant maybe, or if nothing else, just like a reposition. But the one thing this Forest Hills comp does have going for it is they have lurk potential, right? It's all these duelists who are designed to win 1v1s. So if nothing else, you can do that as this Phoenix. Even though you'd rather have them for an entry, you can kind of just wait and let the flanks come to you. You know, Shaq gets aggressive and does that and pushes. You're gonna bait the shot. You also just know this is coming though too, so I don't know why you try and what are you baiting there? You know the shot's coming.
And honestly, why even waste the wall there? Like, why not wall Garage?
Yeah.
Why not wall B even?
Yeah, like, something like, again, we're seeing it's play out again and again, and that's been worked in Forest Hills' favor because they are suddenly able to take advantage. They get free redos to find different things, but they didn't expect Skago with the Odin, expecting that rush. And I do, say what you will, I like that play. It's a good stopper. They have to know A is open, right? He's
okay. Vaka. Oh,
okay.
Well, utility coming out. Rascal does go down, however. So the lurk from Boyhack gonna be at least known, but I don't even know if they're paying attention. They're gonna be running away with knives out exactly. Oh, and Boyhack's gonna be catching this out. Oh, trigger discipline.
Oh no!
This is all the shots. Vako's gonna be holding C long, but okay. One's on B. Two are going towards A. A is gonna be free to plant. Hayasaka waiting with. Wait, is a flanking opper? What? This is the funniest game I think I've seen in quite a while. And now Valko's gonna be trying to look for Shaq, and Shaq misses all the shots. I think was moving there, sadly. And Jaguar takes out Skajo, so it's all gonna be on the line for Big Shaq. Can't finish it out. 7-5 for Forest Hills.
This is the closest round we've seen in quite some time, and Forest Hills has. Again, they've kind of been given the chance to just like learn from their mistakes, look and go, okay, what did we do wrong last time? Let's run it back. We know they're just going to do the same thing again. And they're using, for a team that lacks initiation and information, they sure are using the information they get from round to round effectively. So let's see what happens when this double sentinel comp has to attack, because this is tough. They have no smokes. They're kind of just dependent on forcing errors through Killjoy, through Sage, through the Raze, and let's see if they can manage to do that.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, Vaco's of course doing insanely well. Double second place, and absolutely insanity. Skip's gonna be potential. Okay, does wall off sewers, even though it's gonna be a garage push for Bishop Carroll. Isaka is gonna be the first one to scout this out. I think already sees one. Don't peek too much. Oh, peeks into everyone. Should be reeling to the rest of this team, but it's a garage push. It's gonna be C. Bomb will be planted. Vaco, oh, the beautiful timing as usual. Should be getting around, and oh, kind of misses the shots. Oh, gets one, however, does finish it in the end, and should be able to get healed if they want to. Rascal gets one as well before getting traded out. 3v3 situation, but Skip goes down, and maybe a bit of a miss call because Vaco could have got healed. That's vital in a pistol round, especially when you're not getting headshots consistently. No one has a sheriff baiting out a little shot. Vaco goes down, and Jaguar keeps getting some. Shaq's gonna be waiting, and I think this may be Bishop Carroll's in the end, and it is. And yeah,
I mean, that was good team play though, all things considered. Like, it was kind of what we were expecting. Shaq, you know, they got the opening pick, they found the entrance, Shaq used that entry, got the spike down, the rest of the team followed in behind it through that path, and it worked out for them. And because they were able to get themselves set up, the Forest Hills didn't really have a way to initiate other than just to enter, and they were punished for it. You know, again, like, mistakes were made, but at the same time, like, credit to Bishop Carroll, they played that entry very well.
Yeah, they played that entry very well, and I like that it wasn't the lurking style I think that we expected from them.
Yeah,
it was pretty coordinated. They were a little patient getting the first pick, but afterwards they were definitely going towards it. Shaq maybe used a wall when it was unnecessary, but yeah, it's that's nitpicking at that point, and so I'm not going to complain. But now going into this round, they're definitely going to be lurking a little bit more. Coming against a team with Puckies, which I'm liking this. I like this. I want Rascal to do well. Shaq's gonna be holding the angle at least, where maybe he's gonna be catching it out.
The thing for Bishop Carroll is that they haven't given away any of their real positions yet. Like, they haven't really been able to move much. Oh, Rascal gets caught out, wasn't looking. They're you know, whatever that problem may be, but that opens it up, and suddenly the rest on A, that's their signal to go.
Yeah, and Shaq just runs immediately towards A. Wall's going to be broken. I like this positioning. Maybe going to be catching out a couple, and that's kind of what you want. You just want to be able to get one, but Shaq with the flank.
Beautifully done. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Isaka's going to finish it out.
Look, that's fine. Shaq got the value he wanted out of that, so you're fine with that.
Yeah, indeed. And oh, the beautiful wall by Skimmo. Going to be catching off with the rest of the team. Going to be forcing... basically I was gonna say forcing the Heaven look, but no one was watching Heaven, and now they're gonna know where everyone's coming from. It's CT and it's Sight, so it's like it's Heaven. Yeah, Heaven and CT. So nice little shot. Schedule trying to go in it against a Bucky. This is suddenly turning around. Never mind. Hayasaka, it has to all on the line here, but oh, nice frag. Wow,
got him from the other side of the box. That's powerful.
Suddenly, and now we're even again. Bishop Carroll doing great on attack.
I
honestly, I think it shouldn't be. Like,
I mean, yeah, like, all things considered, this is a defensive-minded comp, but they're playing without smokes very effectively. All things considered, like, the minimal smokes they have, they are looking good. Man, sorry, I'm double checking whose pick this was. This was Bishop Carroll's plan. So they chose Haven, so it's very possible that they scrimmed this and they knew, and they're running a lot of their set plays that they might have come up with. So this is looking good for them to take their first win and get themselves away from last place.
Yeah, Dean, it's going to be... Ooh, I like this from Skip, kind of forcing the rotation out from Bishop Carroll. They were wanting to go A, but then I think as soon as they saw the wall on to long, they decided to rotate. Kind of going back to maybe a little bit of a lurk style. Hayasaka, nice first shot on to Shaq. Not going to be finishing out, however. Did Scarjo just break that early?
Maybe. I couldn't I think the shot might have hit it, but oh, Rascal, unfortunately coming up, we're gonna have to check. We're gonna have a look at that tape later for that. But whatever it may be, then now there's information
they
there.
might have
Some mouse issues.
Or they're playing on a. Honestly, I have a theory. I think they're playing on a tracking board, like on
they could entirely be, yeah. But either way, it's even, and Shaq will commit the beam. So get ready for that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get out of here alive. Shaq is beaming you to death, is palpatining you. You are gonna be annihilated. Oh, never mind. Hayasaka, I caster cursed that very well. Hayasaka gonna be getting the headshot very beautifully. Oh, Skip's gonna get caught out, but Skimo is not gonna be able to beat Hayasaka in a Vandal versus Spectre duel. And now 4SL is gonna be taking the lead again, but a very close one.
If that had played a little bit differently, if the Sage had played back, you might be looking at a different point. You know, again, like these plays are being executed well. These entries are happening very effectively. They're getting the spike down with good use of the tools they have, but then it's just minor decisions that are costing you moments like that. You know, like they correctly waited out that ultimate from Neon, and Shaq was punished for that. Was kind of still expecting to get some value, but playing close also cost you. You know, it's minor things that you're going to want to watch tape back for at this point that are costing you if you're Bishop Carroll. So they're looking well, but Hayasaka can't find anything on those knives. Just gets all of them dodged.
Yeah, all of them dodged, and Shaq gets the first kill onto C. And ooh, Bishop Carroll already going to be in a 5v3 situation. Rascal with the okay, this is 100% a trackpad. There's no way it's not.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We let's get some. Let's run a donation. Get these teams some mouses, please. That is a bit unfortunate because oh no, Spike never got down though.
Yeah, Spike. All of a sudden, Hayasaka and Boyhawk is the only player left, and Spike's on site too. So as long as they're paying attention, I'm surprised they're leaving. I'm surprised Hayasaka is going for the flank. I don't. Yeah,
someone's got to keep that up there. But Skip is just expecting there to be through garage, just trying to play that.
Oh, didn't move.
They baited. Yeah,
they didn't shift click. No, they moved there. It was audio queue, I think.
Okay, that's unfortunate. But either way, Forest Hills will come out on top of that. And again, now that they're forced to play a little bit more patient, they're finding these duels. They're playing into the lurking style of Bishop Carroll, and it's paying off for them because they simply just have more raw duelist power there.
Yeah, definitely. When it works out, it works out very well. I have to think too. Skyjo maybe doesn't necessarily know the best lineups for these recon darts, so maybe not able to get the information that you need instantly, which is understandable. Like it's something that like you shouldn't have to. You don't need to like spend a lot of time learning, but
yeah,
does help out if you do.
Yeah, I couldn't through the wall though. Yeah, I'm not come to think of it. I don't think we've seen Skago on the Sova a lot, so just doing that. But Vaco will use the high ground advantage there to take out Palpatine, as it were. So, but looking good, an incredible game. Will eventually get punished by Skago, and it's still pretty even at this point. At what point do you rotate out though? Because suddenly you have the advantage.
Yeah, but Rascal with one. Oh, Rascal. Honestly, anytime Rascal gets a kill, I'm just so excited.
If we are correct and they are playing on a trackpad, any kill is an 1000% a success.
Yeah, massively. Okay, Hayasaka gonna be giving up their position, and gonna be forcing the slow orb out of. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm
so confused. Why would you run away after you kind of know the positioning?
It looks like they're trying to defend that seaside a little better and try to position out. They do expect it from Garage, but they have to watch this flank because there is going to be the raise coming from Forest Hills down those lines. They have to play as well. The wall goes up, and that buys them some time.
Yeah, buys them some time. Kind of makes it a clear position. Okay, Jaguar is going to give up they're going to give up where they are. But Hayasaka with the flank. They weren't looking in time. Now it's 2v1, and it's just going to be an easy cleanup for Hayasaka. Maybe a little bit of a shot missed from Scale, but can't can't complain too much. And Forest Hill is going to be taking us to double digits.
They are looking to close it out here. Again, you got to kind of pick, you know, unpredictability is the name of this game here. Like looking at both these comps, they're already unpredictable as it is. So you got to continue that trend. You got to sit in the spots where you're not going to be expected to be. You got to take those angles that are going to be a little bit unexpected, or you just have to go to the space and play for the picks, kind of like what Forest Hills is doing. They're just punishing these lurks, punishing these aggressive plays. But you know, once round after round, Forest Hills gets more information. They figure out what Bishop Carroll wants to do, and they're taking that to the advantage.
Yeah, indeed. Rascal are going to be aggressively peeking at Sewer's going to be backing up immediately, however. And now Vaco, I think, yeah, caught out by the recon dart, so they're going to be watching, but oh, it's going to be too fast for Boyhawk, so gonna get early. A beautiful, oh, I love that shock dart, but not gonna be working out too well. There's just too many headshots on the board, and oh, flawless round for Forest Hills, one away from map point at this point.
They will look to close this out, and again, it was a good thought, but again, without the smokes to block out those angles, it was just free firing in from B, and B is definitely the hardest to just, like, you don't really want to push and take B unless you really have to, or unless your smokes just allow for it. So it was a good take using the neon wall there to try to do it, but it just didn't pan out in the way they're looking for. A couple ultimates across the board, so the tools are there for different things, and Shaq just going to take the aggressive peek and just draw some attention. You know, Hayasaka's there waiting and lurking, so now that everyone's there, what happens now?
Hayasaka's trying to get it. Oh,
Ooh, I like that.
I actually like that a lot, yeah. Worked out very well. Getting Hayasaka down pretty low, but
oh,
Skip with a beautiful headshot and the heals on to Hayasaka. Oh, okay, I don't think y'all want to get in a spray war against an Odin.
Yeah, no, that is not the place to be. I respect it, but that's going to be the Hunter's Fury just to try to equalize it a little bit. Accidentally hitting some damage there from their in the team a little bit, but Rascal on a deep flank, trying to buy some space and time, will find Shaq there, and the rotation comes through, but they're met with some animosity.
Yeah, indeed, and Vaco decides to retreat. No, don't flash into it. Oh, Rascal, it's okay, Rascal, we love you.
Okay.
Jaguar getting Shaq in the end, but then the return doesn't get anything. That's gonna be 4v4 now. Especially in the player that is low for Forest Hills, not only has res, but is gonna have heal. Never mind, gonna be taken out very early. And I was gonna say A was gonna be aggressive, but Vaco uses the ult, gets there in time, and gets Skimmo. Oh, that was beautiful.
That's huge. That's a great play, and they still are gonna try and push this. That blind came out, didn't miss. Vaco just gonna try to go for it. Will eventually. Oh no, falls the boy Hockey God, who couldn't clean it up.
Wow. And Hockey almost able to maybe do a little something, but we are going to be in match point now. All on the line for Bishop Carroll. They want to try to bring us out of the bottom position, but Forest Hills looking very good, especially after their attacking round. Oof.
I mean, 2 ultimates on their side. The Jet can save and just commit that ult. They'll have Resurrection. It looks like Forest Hills has everything to close it out. Lukey holding on to this Judge. I mean, if you play aggressively and you get some value, maybe, but you're just outranged right now, so this is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough ask indeed, and they're going to have to try, though. You know, they at least have an initiator, going to get some information for this. Nice little bit of a wall, but going to be caught out early. Skip with a beautiful headshot, and gets 2 also. And now, it's going to be up to how this happens. And smoke goes out immediately. Maybe the sound cue is going to be revealing where Vaco is. But okay, the paranoia going to be coming out. Vaco gets down, however. Skip gets Skadjo in the meantime. It's all up to our players on A long. And Skimmo goes down. Is Skip going to get the ace? Skip with the ace. And Skip with the ace finishes us out. Oh, and Forest Hills takes us 13-7.
What a beautiful way to close that out on the Sage ace too. A good effort from both teams. That was like both teams had moments where they looked incredibly impressive. And Vaco leading the lobby at 25 and 14. had just had a phenomenal game, all things considered. Like just played well, used the Omen and all those abilities. It shows why you really do want the Omen a lot of these times. And hey, it made a case for here on Haven.
Yeah, that was a close game. That was definitely closer than most of our series so far. But at the end of the day, Forest Hills able to clutch it out in the end, and kind of a very nice play. So.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be everything from us today here. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the games. But tomorrow, starting at 3:30 EST, right here on the Esports Company High School League's Rocket League season continues. Division 1 right here on the Esports Company, and Division 2 over on the second channel, TEC High School League. You can hit ! socials to see and keep up with the Esports Company and all their stuff. And you can hit ! casters for us if you want to see what we're doing the rest of the time. It's been good to be here with you, Zohan. Any closing words?
I mean, hey, also, be sure to tune in on Wednesday for Overwatch, as I will be on the second channel. That is TEC High School League, as we watch our Overwatch game of the week. But yeah, that has been it for us. We're going to be back next week. I don't know if I am, but Valorant will be here next week as week 5 happens. And, now the season is half over. It's going to be up to how the rest of the thing comes out. But, we do appreciate you coming here.
Yeah, thank you all, and from Uki on the production. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week for even more Valorant.